Hello wonderful pupils of Practical Computer Comprehensive School. Welcome back to another tutorial video. This is brought to you by your auntie, Miss Genevieve Onyekwere. And today we are looking at our week 8 work on English studies for those of you in basic 4. And our theme under English studies today is structure. I repeat, structure. So what topic are we looking at based on structure? We are looking at prepositional phrase or the phrasal verbs. So let's take a good look at what our specific or learning objectives entails. Our learning objectives entails that by the end of this lesson, we should be able to explain the meaning of phrasal verbs. 2. List some phrasal verbs. Then 3. Use prepositional verbs and phrasal verbs correctly in sentences. So this is an interesting topic and an easy one. So all you have to do is to pay close attention to what I have to say to you concerning this topic we have right now and you're listening to. So pay close attention and stay focused. Don't get distracted. Phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs. We should know that a phrase, we've done this before, so I shouldn't have just flashed back, but I really want to do so you will get along. A phrase is not a complete sentence, it's an incomplete sentence. It's a statement that doesn't have a finite verb in it. It is what? Dependent. It is dependent to either a particular word, which is a verb, or a clause. Do you get it? So now when we talk about phrasal verbs, we're talking about phrases used as verbs and can be made up of a verb, adverb, or preposition. When a phrase is made up of a preposition, we call it a prepositional phrase. But when it's made up of a verb, we call it what? A phrasal verb. So let's take a good example at what we call phrasal verbs. Like of, throughout, up, down, in, etc. are joined to verbs to form phrasal verbs. When for you to identify what a phrase really entails, you will just, let me give you a scenario. You're on your own and someone just walks in and said, throughout. And you'd be like, throughout what? What happens throughout? The detail is not complete. It doesn't make sense on its own. So you say something. You're like, throughout today, I've been busy. Now you've made what? A complete sentence. So throughout is a phrasal, is a prepositional phrase. Throughout is a prepositional phrase. When we say like of, it doesn't make sense on its own. So you make a complete sentence with it. So we'll take more example on this topic so that we will get to know better what we're talking about. I understand that you still seem confused. So you don't get to know it at this very point. You just get to be, understanding a little bit, but pay close attention. You will see what we have next. So here are a list of phrasal verbs or prepositional phrases and their meaning. Sometimes they just take place of another particular word. When we say show off, this is a phrasal verb because there's an action here. Show. All these are phrasal verb because it's all about actions. Pull, breathe in, pull off, take in, lay off. Now when we say show off, it simply means to do what? Boast. To boast. Pull off means to undress. Breathe in, visit temporarily, come and go immediately or within few minutes or few time or few moments. Take in, to conceive. Lay off, to dismiss. So now let's look at these phrasal verbs and prepositional phrases in sentences. Using phrasal verbs or prepositional phrase in sentence making. Remember, I made an example of go through or throughout. Now we have the phrasal verbs or prepositional phrases underlined. Let us go through the lesson. Let us go through the lesson. So now go through is a phrasal verb, but wife attached to these other words, it now makes a complete sense. Let us go through the lesson. Number 2, the accounts department has written off the bad debts. The account department has written off the bad debts. The accounts department has written off the bad debts. They have cancelled it. They have ruled it out. They have taken it out. Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? Good. So now number 3, the married woman has taken in. The married woman has taken in. This is just that she has conceived. Means she is pregnant. She is pregnant. Number 4, children often take after their parents. Children often take after their parents. Children often take after their parents. When we say take after here, we're trying to say resemble, they look like. Children often look like their parents. The teacher took Uche for his brother. The teacher took Uche for his brother. For here is not taking the place of another word. In place of, that is, maybe the brother of Uche is called Emeka. So the teacher was calling Uche Emeka, not knowing that it was actually Uche, maybe due to they look alike or they behave alike, or there is something that is, making the teacher seem confused to identify each from the other. That is why this for is here, to help us to take the place of what? In place. The teacher took Uche for his brother. These are good examples. In your class activity sessions, you will see many phrasal verbs I have listed out there for you to make a complete sentence with and submit to me. Have a nice day, stay safe and stay educated. See you in another tutorial video. Bye for now.